Marmar here. Today, I'll be doing a build showcase on my 20 Shadowcast build as per someone's request. It's a really funny build with a lot of mix-ups on it like Shadow Eruptions, Exhaustion Strike, Jolt Grab. I really like this build. It's my main and best build so far, but like the damage by monsters is really slow. It's really bad. You only have like 2 damage dealing mantras, and I wouldn't really run this build if you don't know how you would use it. And if you're not that good at pairing, I don't recommend using this build as well. First of all, let's just start off with the stats. I have 25 strength, really basic. I have 25 strength for Bulldozer, Spine Cutter, which also needs agility, Strong Stern, Concussion. It would be nice to get like the cards like Harsh Response, Matador, and other cards that's like equally valued as a rare. So yeah. Next up is Fortitude. I have 90. High Fortitude is currently in the meta right now because of the survivability and sustainability that you can get off of it. You can sustain and endure more fights and taking more hits because of this card, Reinforced Armor. Incoming pen is reduced by 25%. It's a really good legendary talent for 90 Fortitude because it like lowers the damage by a lot. Now Lord Commander, it's for reinforce. I messed up on the other card that heals you that heals you when you use it, but it would be nice to have that. Exoskeleton. This is for 40 Fortitude. It lowers your damage by 10% and this green bar, once that hits 0, this card wouldn't be any use anymore, but it's still really good to have because you can just regen it off a campfire or something. With a finish, you take 10% less damage when below 30% health. It's a really good card to stay tanky, of course. Okay, now for Warrior's Respite. Stop moving for 15 seconds in order to initiate healing. It's really good for guild fights when there's like no campfires and such, or you're hiding. Really good card. With Impervious Slumber too, really good for guild fights unless they have Bloodletter. And also with Knight's Rally and Turtle Shell, since you're going with Exhaustion Strike with the build anyways, which requires 40 willpower. It's a really good card to have because it lowers the backstab damage and negates Spine Cutter, which gives the enemies like 2 free M1s, and if they like roll cancel behind you, so chilling. Next up, we have Agility. This is by far one of the best parts in the build. You have Speed Demon with Evasive Expert and Fast Blade, and you'd also have Spinning Swordsman to even multiply your M1 damage even more. I recommend getting like stuff like Finesse for the free HP. It's really good. 5 free HP is really rare on common cards, so Matador counters quite a lot of heavy users with hyper armor and brace users. Now Intelligence. I have Nullifying Clarity for the 5 Intelligence because this card is really good with an enchant like this Storm. It counters Payback because it's an environmental damage enchant. You'd go past their payback. Really, really good. I recommend getting this enchant in this build or no life king and run fishman. It'd be such a go in water fights. Willpower, already explained it. Blind seer for exhaustion strike and for so you can have like this entire mantra list anyways. So like Knight's Rally, so you get Knight's Rally actually requires willpower, so yeah. Charge return. I didn't know this required willpower, but there you go. So like when you're in fire or you have like a storm effect on you, you deal more damage. Now next up, 25 charisma, really simple. I have it for charismatic cast so you can get tough love, since you'd be hitting your mantras a lot anyway. Since the mix-up build, you'd be focusing on hitting your mantras a lot and fainting. Really like it. You're gonna be stacking your damage multipliers left and right, and you'd be doing a lot of damage. And that's mostly it. And there's also medium weapons. I have 97 on it because I shouldn't get enough to get 100. But if you have a con race, you'd get 95, 97. I mean, so like if you're going the same exact build as I am and you're a con race, you could equip a shattered katana if you want. 1 thunder call, 4 jolt grab. It's a really good card to catch like unsuspecting people on it. If they're like it's quite hard to parry like with this clip shown, so I struggle with it too, trying to parry this stupid thing. Now 20 Shadowcast. This is by far my favorite part of the build, or I'm just biased. It's such a good mantra. You force them to either like parry twice or parry and roll, or just run away from it. It's such a good card to combo extend the off wall combo too, cause you'd get a free M1 in if they like get hit by the stun. It's really good. I like it. It's just me personally. Now for the mantras and the gems that I have on it. Jolt grab, blue gem, because it takes quite a bit of ether if you like modify it, but like I replaced the blue gem with a blessed if it's non-modified. I haven't put anything in it. Bloodless gems on Master's Flourish, so like it goes through armor and also deals chip damage. And I'd put Bloodless Gem on it because it just helps you survive longer fights, but your damage is lessened. But I still do it. Rapid punches, I'd put a wind gem on it. Since you're going 25 strength on it, there's no point in putting a bloodless on it. You just want to abuse your speed demon and your multipliers more if you want. Shoulder bash. I put a bloodless on this thing because I have 90 fortitude and it's level 5. It's a really good mantra to deal high damage with and heal a lot of health. And now for gaze, I put a wind gem on this thing. Like you're gonna be procking a lot of wind gems in this build and abusing speed demon a lot to deal a lot of blood damage, and really just the point of this build is to be quick and get free M1s in. So yeah, Reinforce, it boosts your damage and also boosts your defense. And you have the card that heals you. You could spam this mantra and you'd be staying tanky as much as possible. Exhaustion Strike, I put a blue gem on it. It really takes a lot of ether even without even with these stats on, these three things, it still takes a lot of ether. So I'd put a blue gem on it. Shadow Eruption, I'd put a blue gem on it because same thing with Exhaustion Strike. It would take a lot of ether because I have 2 Stratus Stones on it. But honestly, that's it for the build. I have nothing else to explain on it. And if you'd like to remake this build yourself, I would put the fortitude down at maybe 50, possibly 40, get maybe a 30 strength, and maybe put the agility higher to get a ghost or something. But that's all your choices if you guys want to remake this build. See ya.